Hello and welcome to Lyon College football. Always enjoy getting to visit with Coach Kyle Phelps, head football coach of Lyon College. Football, of course, the dominating sport on the campus of Lyon University, but we have some other activity going on, Coach. I noticed that coming up, volleyball, Hannibal LaGrange University in one of those tri-matches, I guess. And then the JV men's soccer is also in action. And then the volleyball with College of the Ozarks, we'll be playing them as well. So a full day there. And men's soccer, St. Louis College of Pharmacy. And then the women's soccer with the same ball club, St. Louis College of Pharmacy. And those are all being played in Batesville. But boy, what is this now? It says Wayland Baptist University Pioneers.
Yeah, they are the Pioneers, just like Batesville High, and they've made the trip over here before, and they're a very well coached ball club.
Oh, no doubt about it. And let's talk a little bit about the ball game that you just came off of. First of all, you traveled quite a ways, I guess, to play Panhandle State. And it was one of those ball games that you say, oh boy, once we got rolling, well, if we could just score if we didn't make that mistake. And it's kind of been, it was one of those games.
Yeah, it was, I thought we played a pretty good first half.
Mm-hmm.
I think we gave them a cheap score in there at some point in that first half. But overall, I thought the first half went pretty well. And then, the biggest thing for me was they were going to get the football again in the third quarter there, and was to not let them score on the first drive and give our offense a chance to pull us right back in there. And we just couldn't, on offensively, couldn't get anything going in that second half. That it just made it tough. It was a tough football game. It was a physical football game, and they're a very, very, very good team. Mm-hmm. And I think that they'll stay towards the top of our league all year long. I really do.
And it was a 42-21 ball game. Panhandle State could move that ball, and they've moved it on most people they've played. But as Coach mentioned to you, and we felt like it too, one of those games where you'd be doing something really good, and then all of a sudden you shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, we had quite a few penalties in that stretch, and then I think we turned it over 4 times and only got 3 on defense. Which anytime you turn the football over 4 times in a football game, it's going to be a really tough stretch to try and overcome and try and win that football game. So I think that that's some of the reason we ended up on the bad side of it.
And you had an onside kick. Boy, it was all right, we got it. Then we turned it over.
Yeah.
That's just one of those games.
Yeah, it was just one of those that anytime we'd get some momentum going, something would happen that took it right back away from us, and just we could never keep the momentum on our side of the football field throughout the game against Panhandle.
But I thought you had some good effort from your players. I thought your quarterback played well.
Yeah, I think that our guys played hard and played well, and I think that that's the biggest thing is it's pleasing whenever you look out there and your guys aren't going to give up, and our guys haven't given up and won't give up, but sometimes it just comes down to that momentum, and it comes down to making plays, and we just didn't make enough of them this week.
Say something about the play of Jonathan Hendricks. 6 receptions for 126 yards.
Yeah, he's a big key in our offense. We're one of the few teams out there that still use a tight end, and I think we may be the only team in our league just about to use a tight end the way we do, and
right.
It's one that it's a different preparation for defenses, and he's a huge target in the middle of the football field, and Cody likes to connect with him, and sometimes with the playmakers we have at wide receiver and things, it gives him a chance to be able to get open and do some things.
All right, Coach, we're finished with Panhandle State. Throw them out of the way. Bring on Wayland Baptist. We'll get back. We'll talk about your opponent for next week or this week, and we'll do that 2 and 2. We're back to Lyon College football at home. Good to be home. Always good to be home. We'll be taking on Wayland Baptist, as we'll have Mark Lamberth with the play-by-play, Big Daddy Randy Allen alongside also. And as we describe the game for you. We hope that we can put some points on the board early. It's always good to play ahead.
Yeah, it is. It's anytime you can get ahead in a football game makes you breathe a little easier on the sideline. I think that's a key for us in this game is to start fast, and it's one that we got to get some points on the board early.
I think staying ahead of the chain too is critically important, where you don't make mistakes, get 5-yard penalties, which really changes your offensive approach to that particular set of downs.
Yeah, especially our offense. Our offense isn't built to be behind the sticks. We got to stay on schedule, and I think that that's what we work on a weekly basis, is making sure that we understand what we're trying to do on each down and how we're trying to approach our set of downs on offense, and we've really got to focus on that.
What kind of line play does Wayland have, offensively and defensively? Pretty good.
Yeah, I think offensively they're going to be there's some bigger bodies in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they probably don't move as well as Panhandle State did and things like that, but they're going to be a good front five that they use, and then defensively. They're again bigger body guys and things like that, but their defense is built on a kind of a faster pace and trying to run with guys. They run multiple different looks up front. They run 4-man and 3-man up front. Okay. So it's just kind of what looks you're going to get from them, and making sure we make the right calls up front based on what front we're seeing.
They do a little man-to-man in the backfield or zone mostly.
They mostly play some zone. They do play some matchup man stuff here and there, but they're mostly going to play some zone against us.
Do you see yourself? Of course, you want to establish the run. Is this one of those teams where you might have to pass more against?
I think with the way we're playing, the way Cody's controlling the game, I mean, there's going to be a good amount of passing game in there, as well as our run game. We've got to get some of those guys in the backfield a few more touches throughout the game, compared to what we have been. But we also want to keep the ball in Cody's hands some too, because he is controlling the game and he is playing well.
Yes, he's playing extremely well. When we get back, we'll talk about some keys to the game and some other things. We'll do that 2 and 2. Back to the Kyle Phelps pregame head coaches show of Lyon football, as we are playing guests this week in town. We have Wayland Baptist. They go by the name of the Pioneers. There's a lot of guys around like Mark Lambert that would not even call another team Pioneers. That's what I've been told. Of course, he's been the voice of the Batesville Pioneers for about 22 years, so you can probably understand why. Parent Coaches Cure MD.
Yeah.
Working on that this week. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's for Duchenne's disease, and it's one that the coaches from across the country in college football wear patches on their sleeve that say Coach Secure MD, and it's one that is to raise awareness for that disease, and it's obviously a bad disease to have, and
yes.
It's one that we just want to do our small part for the awareness for that disease.
No doubt about it. It's called Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and most people, when you say MD, know exactly what you're talking about. That's certainly one form of it, and coaches are getting together and saying, something can be done about it. We can raise funds to make sure that this disease is looked at as much as we can, trying to figure out a way to prevent it. And that is MD, as we all know, is very, very serious. Well, today's football game, although it may wane in comparison with any type of disease, is always important. And this is an important game for us. How do we go about winning this one, Coach?
Yeah, this is definitely an important one for us. It's obviously another conference game. It's a chance for us to get back to 500 on the year,
yes.
And it's a chance for us to win our first conference game of the year. We've been obviously in both the ones we've played, we've been into, but just haven't got it done. But I think the biggest thing for us is we've got to start fast on offense and score some points and get ahead, and then defensively we've got to contain the quarterback. He's a very, very good athlete. He throws the football well, And as he's scrambling, he's going to still throw it. And, you're going to get your chances on defense to make plays. We're going to get our chances to pick a ball off here or there, things like that. But, if you let him get out and get running, it's not going to be good because he is, like I say, he's an athlete.
Yeah.
And, their running back's a very good athlete as well. They're pass heavy versus run, but that if that guy gets out too, he's going to be able to run a little bit too. So they're just very athletic on the offensive side of the football, and we've got to control that. And offensively, we've got to not turn the football over and play our type of football, and I think that we'll be successful.
Coach, it's always good to visit with you on the pregame show as you take a look at your opponent and analyze the game. Good luck on this one, Wayland Baptist Pioneers at Pioneer Stadium, as we kick it off at 4 o'clock. Coach, good to see you again, and best wishes in this game.
Good to see you too, and thanks.